It would seem that this is being read as some sort of criticism. I mean, that acknowledgement, from what you have said, it seems that you're reading it as some sort of criticism, maybe for security agencies. But as the Minister for Interior, one would think that that also falls under his purview. It's an acknowledgement of a problem that he has, and he knows that he should be able to solve, or he should be able to do something about. Don't you see it that way?
I see it that way. And just the way you put it, it's a problem that is placed on his own table, on his own desk. He's the desk manager of that particular problem. What I'm trying to say is, as a Nigerian, we should have a proactive approach to the way we deal with Nigerian problem, as opposed to criticism or reactive approach. You see, let's ask him now, what are his plans? Why was he there? Since when has it been nothing going there? I've been looking into the issue of Nigerian border for almost 15 years now. I've been going and coming and trying to say, I've seen the improvement. I've been able to identify what the need. What do we really need to do at our border to make it look okay? The solution is already in the pipeline. It's just that what we're looking for now is willingness on the part of the government to embrace some of the wonderful ideas that people are suggesting to them. But we are tired of ministers coming out to tell us what their problems are. Nigeria needs solution-prone minister now. Ministers who will see the problem, don't just come out on the screen.
Are also tired of the government slowing down on some of these things.
Do something about it and make Nigerians safer.
We seem to be having problems here. You can't hear us, obviously. Can you hear me now? When you talk about Nigerians being, I don't know, proactive, the way to go about it is this. They say now, for instance, you ask Chamberlain if he has some couple of policemen, or you imply that he has some numbers of some police officers on his phone. The question is, with all of this that we've gone through over the years, not months anymore, isn't it imperative that we should have a toll-free short codes for every Nigerian? You mustn't know a policeman or a military officer for you to call before you can actually get situations taken care of, isn't it?
I totally agree with you on that. And like I said to you, for operational reason, I will not be able to come out with more details on the topic you've just raised now. But from where we are now and to get to where we are going, something needs to be done. Before people can begin to use a toll-free or free internet media to give information to the police or to the security agent as a whole, we must do with what we've got now. There is a system called Crime Stoppers in the UK and in Canada and in the US. They did not get there in one day. At first, people have a culture of picking up their phone in the house and communicating with their own local police station. So the reason why I made mention of that is that when there was no communication, how to get to the police on phone, when there was no mobile phone in Nigeria, crime thrives very well. Now we have communication way. I have the number of my own local DPO on my phone. If I see anything that is disturbing within my vicinity, I have a duty to call the DPO to let him know. While we are waiting, or while we want to wait for the toll-free media in order to deal with the police, before that gets ready, we're still having problems. And that problem is costing us lives. So let us start practicing a proactive way of dealing with the police, giving information to the police, and then we will see all the improvement that is to come. It's not going to be a magic. We have to do something. We are doing something. The general public, security agents, security experts are coming together to bring an end, a notable end to all these problems. But the issue of trust, just the way people don't trust the police, I think they should. That culture should change as well. Otherwise, when all these communication media you mentioned come into place, the issue of trust is still going to be a problem that is going to affect it greatly. That's why I think in the interest of safety, use what you have now to deal with the problem that is facing you now.
Okay, give us this and talk about this before you go. We're really out of time on this one. If somebody wanted to report a matter to the police and they want to be anonymous and there is no toll-free number, how would you suggest such a person does it?
At the moment, for the past, I think 15 years, I think we have a box in every local government headquarters where you can drop a suggestion. Even a suggestion box of your company with all these things written down or typed out and asking the organization to pass it on to the police, we go a long way. So there is an orientation, an attitudinal change project which is in the pipeline, which we're going to go into every organization to tell them how to go about this. At the moment, the police, there's a way you can get to the police. You can give information to your church pastor if you think you have a good information that can help solve a particular crime or curb it or eradicate it. If you have a suggestion or intelligence, pass it on to your pastor, to your imam, to your local government, to your, the place where you're working at now. Put it for the attention of the police and put it in the suggestion box. I can assure you it will get to them.